We're back to talk about SunPass, the only thing more expensive about your morning commute than your venti caramel macchiato, and a frustration that's been a lingering problem in Florida for the last 100 days. We've hit the centennial! 100 days of dysfunction! 6 million Floridians have SunPass accounts, which lets them coast through toll plazas without stopping. It's basically the highway version of going to Disney World. The money just magically disappears from your wallet without ever having to reach for it. But it feels like I've heard from all 6 million of you the last few months, because after the state launched what was promised to be a 6-day upgrade at the beginning of June, all hell broke loose, and you had nowhere to turn.
I've tried reaching out to them. I haven't gotten a response yet.
I think that they're doing a pretty crappy job.
That's wrong. You shouldn't do that to people.
Failures by FDOT and its contractor conduits cost you real money. We saw a backlog of tolls grow to 200 million transactions. Some people were hit with duplicate charges. SunPass overdrafted customers' bank accounts. Then, when you tried to get someone on the phone to fix it, wait times have been as long as 4 hours and 52 minutes. At this point, we're talking about the biggest system meltdown in Florida since the 2000 election. In fact, you have to wonder if the same ballot counters from 2000 are the ones trying to fix SunPass. But now it's 2018, and there is zero chance their vision is any better now than it was 18 years ago, which may explain why the system was screwed up so badly that some SunPass users could log in and see the personal information of other SunPass users.
Someone else had full access to my identity. Another unknown party now has my address, my phone number, my security questions.
And that is frightening, because that information in the wrong hands could wreak havoc for innocent Floridians. But like so many of our other investigative findings these last 100 days, FDOT brushed it off as no big deal. They said they trusted the contractor, who by now shouldn't even be trusted with running a lemonade stand, and they said that it only affected 15 drivers. Only after our reporting did the state go and actually research the company's claim, though, and then they offered ID theft protection to the customers affected. In fact, this has been a recurring theme. We expose problems, the state tries to cover them up, and then later they eventually acknowledge and try to fix them. There was no plan for driver refunds until we spent weeks asking the state about them. And then there was no investigation into the meltdown until we spent months chasing the governor around the state. It also wasn't until day 98 this week that FDOT secretary finally acknowledged his department bears responsibility for the SunPass collapse.
I apologize for any inconvenience that they've had. This has been frustrating for them. The mistake is on us, and we're going to do everything we can to find out why it happened.
After 98 days of downplaying it, they finally acknowledged what was so absurdly obvious. FDOT missed big red flags leading up to the SunPass system relaunch. In the words of the immortal Justin Bieber, is it too late now to say sorry? Well, that depends. Governor Scott, who oversees FDOT and appoints its leader, once said the head of the FBI should resign for missing red flags leading up to the Parkland shooting. Now, it's silly to suggest the FDOT secretary or governor should resign over SunPass, but I will say, a guy who talks such a tough game on accountability hasn't held his own department to a very high standard since they awarded the SunPass contract to a troubled but politically connected company in the first place. Floridians, we deserve better. We deserve answers, refunds, real accountability. And we deserve to get people on the phone without having to wait 4 hours on hold. Because the most frustrating thing about driving around Florida shouldn't be your SunPass account. Clearly, it should be women named Ethel who can't see over the steering wheel, who have had their turn signals on for 7 miles and are driving 45 miles per hour in the left turn lane. Come on, Florida. We've got a reputation to maintain here.